Coming up on 12 News Weekend Edition, businesses giving thanks by helping feed those in need. We'll tell you how you can get involved. Plus, giving Christmas cheer, USPS is creating a way for anyone to become Santa this year.
Rain continues through the early morning hours with some cold air coming in behind it. We'll give you the details coming up on 12 News Weekend Edition. It starts right now.
Working for you. This is WBOI, now in high definition. 12 News Weekend Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to 12 News Weekend Edition. I'm Jeena. Thanks for joining us. Let's start with your first forecast. Cold and rainy seems to be the trend today and for the rest of the week. Josh Redwine is standing by in the Storm Tracker 12 Weather Lab with more. Josh.
Absolutely, Jeena. As we take a look out over our Morgantown Skycam weather eye right now, we do see a cloud deck located right above the city. It is expected to move out into the early morning hours, but as we look out there now, current temperatures at 45 degrees with winds out of the southwest. So it is still a little warm compared to what we will be seeing in the next few days. Looking through the rest of the region, 46 in Clarksburg and Weston, 44 down in Webster Springs, 46 over in Ellenboro. So across the region, we are in the mid-40s. The rain is still in the forecast to our southwest, but it is expected to move out soon. Jeena?
Now to the latest on COVID-19 as the number of total active cases has dropped. Today, the DHHR map lists 7,218 total active cases. Total recoveries is now more than 277,000. Total positive cases in the state increased by 720 since yesterday's map. Now to good news. Monongah Dairy Cone is giving away Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. The business originally planned to give away 6 dinners, but the request they received was more than twice that amount. Now the business has reached out to the community to ask for help with providing those meals and will be offering 16 sponsors for meals this Thanksgiving. The meals will include turkey, potatoes, stuffing, vegetables, noodles, rolls, and desserts. Those who received a meal can pick up theirs on Tuesday or Wednesday at the Monongah Dairy Cone. The Reesville Fire Department hosted Scout Troop 1066 for their annual Biscuits and Gravy fundraiser today. After a drive-through event last year, Preston County residents were invited into the fire hall to enjoy a breakfast or lunch of homemade biscuits, gravy, sausages, hash browns, and coffee. All proceeds went to the troop and pack based in Reesville. Everyone was happy to be back together again, whether that was the people eating the food or the scouts serving it.
It's just a wonderful experience to be here, and my life is just surrounded by joy and happiness.
While they don't know if there will be a fundraiser in the spring, the scouts are looking forward to having people out for more biscuits and gravy next fall. Those with a little extra money can have the opportunity to play Santa Claus this Christmas. The United States Postal Service is starting Operation Santa this year. Kids can send their letters through the mail to 123 Elf Road. The letters are collected and then made available for adoption by participants starting November 29th. It's important that the return address be included on the envelope so that their Santa will know where to send the present. Gifts must be sent by December 18th. You can find Santa's full shipping address on our website, WBOY.com. A Noise for Toys music event will be held in Bridgeport on December 18th at the Music on Main. 6 metal bands will be performing. The headline band is Curses, followed by I, the Oracle, Revision Revise, Messenger Vessel, King of Nothing, and Grit. Tickets are $10. Doors will open at 4 o'clock. The toys concert goers bring will be donated to a local shelter or foster care.
We really like to take care of each other and help each other, especially our communities and local, organizations. So we just feel that with everything that's been going on, that having a toy drive or a benefit show to help the younger would just be our part of giving back.
After the costs for the event are covered, the money left over will be donated to an organization with the toys. Hoveder Zoo in Preston County is hosting its second year of their Wild Lights at the Zoo. Admission to see the lights on display throughout the zoo costs $20 per car, and that includes a kids' free pass for next season at the zoo. The cost of admission also raises funds for the Preston County Shop with a Deputy program. Last year, the zoo raised $10,000.
We figured we would extend our season out by doing a light show to help us get through the winter to feed the animals. But we had such a decent year that we decided to get included with the deputies for these kids and stuff.
The Wild Lights at the Zoo display will be operating 7 days a week until December 31st from 5:30 until 9 p.m. nightly. Coming up on 12 News Weekend Edition, Thanksgiving is only 4 days away. I hope you got your turkey already because supply chain issues might be affecting the price and availability of your main dish. We'll tell you how some supermarkets are keeping their shelves stocked. Plus, Josh is back with our full forecast, and Abby Backenstow will bring us the latest on high school sports. Stick with us.
The city of Shinston would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
I know life after a truck crash can be devastating to the victims of the crash and their families. It's hard for anyone to really understand unless you've been there. The reality is the odds are stacked against you when you go up against a trucking company and their insurance companies. At Colombo Law, we are truck injury lawyers. It's what we do every day. We successfully represent people hurt by a truck and help them put their lives back together. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
I just had a friend direct message me and say, how can you work in media? It's so negative. There's so much bad news. And I messaged her back and said, there's always more good news than bad. And I think that at News Nation, we have the opportunity to show more positivity in the stories of people from all walks of life. When you have something like Morning in America to wake up to, you can guarantee that you're not only going to leave more informed, but you're going to leave more inspired.
We do need to stand with each other, don't we?
Weekday mornings on News Nation, the fastest growing cable news network.
Santa and Mrs. Claus will be filling their sacks with holiday gifts for all in the city of Shinston on November 27th. Be sure to look for them around town as you shop Shinston and keep our community thriving.
Are you seeking a garage pollution solution? Flu Store has just what you need, from she sheds to storage barns, garages, and yes, even cabins. Trust Flu Store when you want it built to last. Working for you, this is 12 News Weekend Edition.
With Thanksgiving now just a few days away, a little creativity may be the key to avoiding higher prices and supply chain issues that may alter what goes on your holiday table this year. Carrie Sanders has been doing a little shopping to help.
We've all heard about those empty shelves at stores this winter, worrying many Americans that their Thanksgiving preparations may come up short, while some stores like this regional chain have managed to keep stocking the shelves with turkeys.
These are the fresh turkeys we're getting from the Shenandoah Valley right here.
But it has not been business as usual.
One of our large suppliers cut our order 30%, and we had a scramble. We went to a local turkey farmer that we've been dealing with for 25 years. They grow their own feed. There's no supply chain disruptions.
Stu Leonard Jr., a third-generation CEO, says turkey farmers may have underestimated demand this year as American families get together again in large groups.
First of all, the early bird gets the worm, okay? Don't wait till the last minute to go buy your turkey.
According to the American Farm Bureau Federation, the average cost of Thanksgiving dinner is up 14% this year. Grocery stores like Winn-Dixie say they're trying to hold prices down, but much is out of their control.
Is there a supply chain issue with the things we like to put on our Thanksgiving table?
The supply chain is definitely bending, Kerry. It's not broken.
In stores like this in South Carolina and California, temporary turkey shortages. The strain is resulting in a more expensive dinner. A 16-pound turkey up 24% this year to $23.99. Frozen pie crusts up 20% and fresh cranberries up 11%.
Supply chains in general, as they relate to specialty crops, have just gotten more expensive. So cranberries in Wisconsin have to deal with much more expensive trucking rates, for example. And so that has a kind of an impact on what we would expect to pay at the grocery store.
I can see that the prices have gone up, and I actually feel bad for a lot of people.
I guess you can just say I'm hoping for the best, you know. I don't have much control over this, so what can I do?
To save money, retailers suggest make dishes from scratch instead of buying pre-made. Look for generic brands and keep an open mind.
We sometimes say customers are going to get what they need. It might not necessarily be the brand that they particularly want, but they're going to find what they need.
And that's especially true this Thanksgiving?
Absolutely.
With traditional Thanksgiving back on the menu, this year a little creativity may be the secret ingredient to a happy holiday.
2 missionaries who were taken hostage in Haiti last month have been released, according to Christian Aid Ministries. Members of a Haitian gang are believed to have taken 16 Americans and 1 Canadian citizen hostage. The hostage takers were believed to be members of an Ohio-based Christian Aid ministry. The 17 people, which included 5 children, were taken hostage after visiting an orphanage back in October. In a statement, Christian Aid Ministries said the 2 hostages are, quote, safe, in good spirits, and being cared for. The group did not give any more information. Christian Aid Ministries said while they are pleased that 2 of the hostages have been released, that their hearts still are with the 15 still held captive.
Now the